Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's GleeCon, and strap in because we're back again. This time, kicking off another zone. We only have 3 left in the game in our completionist walkthrough. Today, we're going to begin Eastern Plaguelands with an Alliance character. On this Alliance character, we're going to do most of... Actually, we will do all of the possible quests, all of the neutral ones and grindy ones as well. And then we'll come back and hit up the few Horde specifics in a few episodes. So... stay a while and listen as we take Glee Contessa, our Alliance, Retribution, Human, Paladin. Retribution, but she's like that meme where she's like looking over her shoulder like, you're looking good, holy. Alright, so this is, first of all, I did finally get my work done this morning. In terms of finishing off the spreadsheet. We look here, Lights Hope Chapel. Deliver the call of arms announcement. I don't know if I wrote that down on the spreadsheet. Things are a little different here. Lights Hope Chapel. I think that's further down. And I might be able to pick that up from any of the... No, I don't see it. So let's look that quest up. Lights Hope Chapel. That might just be like a breadcrumb I did not make. Yeah, it's considered... it is a general breadcrumb that's considered miscellaneous. So we're going to go ahead and tag that onto the beginning of our list. Lights Hope Chapel. And we're going to put that just capitals. Any capital cities can have that. It looks like, if we go back, that was the only thing available in... That guy died or something. The New Frontier, I think, is Silithus. Feathermoon Stronghold is when we're getting ready for Dire Maul, so nothing out that way. Moontouch, that's Winter Spring. So capital city-wise, nothing is sending us over there. This is all Dire Maul stuff still, which is coming up closer in our future. That's blacksmithing stuff. I think that's when we get ready to do Onyxia. That's all Silithus. So if we go to... Well, that's Orgrimmar. You could pick it up from Orgrimmar. Eye of the Emberseer. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that's like Upper Blackrock Spire. Winter Spring, of course. Reliquary of Purity. That's like endgame rating. Something, maybe Zul'Grub. Okay, that's Undercity. So this is, we can pick up Little Pamela from here, because that's one of the two. But we could also, it's just we're not going to do it because it's so much more annoying. You can also pick up a breadcrumb for that quest line out here with that sister Pamela. We'll read that. You can't do both; they're mutually exclusive. So maybe when we do Horde, we might go that one just so that we can see both. And then let's look at what else. Bam, if we look at the southern half, if we come in here, Lord Grayson's Shadowbreaker. I think that might be like a paladin thing. That's Endgame, Silithus. Yep, the same. Okay, so Lights Hope Chapel Recruiter there. This is still some Blackrock, Upper Blackrock Spires that we haven't done yet, so don't stress that. That's the dragons we're getting close to doing. I'm just kind of making sure we don't have any glaring misses. Do not know what those are for. Zul'Grub. And then, yeah, so a lot of Zul'Grub down there. And then looking in here, yeah, that must be Paladin, which we'll get there. No rush. So we're going to pick up this Lights Hope Chapel quest. Mayara Brightwing. That must be Upper Blackrock Spire. And the first and the last, I think we actually need that one. Yeah, the first and the last, that is, so we need those two. All right, so let's go Hearth to Stormwind and then pick up the 2 quests we need before we get this party started. Find out why do they want us to go in there, other than the stuff we've already learned from Western Plaguelands. Okay, we need an Argent Recruiter somewhere around here. Where is he? Does he pat? Because I don't see him. Do we have anything in the bag? Nah. Doesn't show him. There's Arathor Emissary.
Need help?
Will you help us in our time of great need at Arathi Basin, adventurer? The chance for increased honor and standing is greater than ever,
right,
and your assistance is sure to help to turn the tide against the defilers. Can we count on you?
Okay, let's look at that quest again. Argent Recruiter comments, he only exists when he feels... Oh. He's only for the intro into Naxxramas event. So he is not a real... This is not a real dude or a real quest. Because it's only available during the specific event times. Okay, so then let's just read about it and we'll check it off. Actually, we'll read about it when we fly. Let's go pick up the one quest we really do need. Okay, yeah, so it's because we're playing on vanilla servers, there is no event window for Naxxramas. Maybe in Classic right now, if you played that, you could access it. So that's a little annoying. But it's not the end of the world because it's still just a breadcrumb, really, anyway. But we're going to go talk to our homies at the castle. We have been getting better gear. We are still, we still got 4 greens. We have no purples, so we're almost fully bedecked in blues this deep into the game here. Blade Blazer. What up, Blade Blazer? We're gonna go talk to High Lord Bolvar Fordragon for a quest called The First and the Last.
Nathanos Maris was the first and last of the human Ranger Lords, a disciple of Sylvanas Windrunner, now the Banshee Queen of the Forsaken. We had thought that Nathanos had been killed in action in the defense of Lord Aran 5 years ago. Although his corpse was never recovered, it was assumed that he did not make it out of the eastern Plaguelands. Matthias Shaw has been investigating the disappearance and may have some new information. Report to him at once. He resides in Old Town, at the barracks.
Perfect. Alright, so that's just staying in-house. We'll help this person out. It said anybody by the keep that can help me. We're right here in the keep. And they said, okay, cool, they have help. But I remember us doing the attack way back in the day, the post-Dead Mines questline. Alright, so we now are going down into Old Town. We'll mark these off on the spreadsheet when we go. But I think this is maybe an SI7 thing. But anyway, this is cool because we're starting the quest line to see former Stormwind people, Nathanos, and his connection to Sylvanas, and they're pretty cool Eastern Plagueland characters. So I really do like the actual questing part of Eastern Plaguelands. Really cool. It's probably one of my favorites. It's just all of the grinding that prolongs the zone.
Need help? Welcome to SI 7 headquarters, adventurer.
Good talking.
After some
Robot.
reports of unusual Forsaken activity in the Eastern Plaguelands, SI 7 agents were dispatched to investigate. The results of that investigation are unsettling. 5 of my best field agents were assigned the Maris case. 1 returned, only to end up dead in his sleep 3 days later. What little information we did manage to get out of him was incoherent gibberish. We made out 2 words, Nathanos and Blightcaller. I do not have the available manpower to continue this investigation, and Ravenholt will not assist us. We must get to the bottom of this, if only to provide closure to the families of the deceased. Will you help?
So he just wants us to be like, yeah, confirm. Okay, sign me up, coach.
I had faith that Bolvar would send me men and women of honor, the most dedicated soldiers of the Alliance.
Matthias nods.
The only information we have thus far, then, is that Nathanos Maris may have been slain by this Blightcaller. We assume the Blightcaller is the same fiend that disposed of my agents. Flint Shadowmore, another SI, 7 Operative is stationed at the Alliance encampment of Chillwind Point in the western Plaguelands. Seek him out. He will debrief you on the current situation in the plagues and give you an assignment. Good luck.
Okay, which we need to go there anyway to get the little Pamela quest. That was just sometimes the computer. Not there yet. I know AI is coming to take all of our jobs and simultaneously also become all of our boyfriends and best friends and girlfriends and all that stuff. But for now, still quite painful at times. It's there's some kind of like study I read about where it was like for either for animation or robots, maybe it was robots, and it was like with robots there's like a certain percentage or ratio of human features where you have to either be below it or above it, because if you're like really close to being human but not quite there, like those freaky baby dolls or whatever, then the mind will just like recoil and find it disgusting. That's how AI talking is on this game.
Greetings.
Like you're close,
Beast, no
but you're
pads,
so
you
not
can't
there
find
that
foot.
my
They'll
mind
get you
recoils.
there
All right,
fast
we're gonna
and
go
show
to
you something new
Chillin'
at the same
Camp.
time.
While we fly, we'll do a couple things. So first, let's go to the spreadsheet and set that up for today. I did finish off. There's a lot of quests on the Eastern Plaguelands. Is it our longest? Oh, look at that. Yes. If we actually do all of these, this would be pretty much one of the longest zones ever. There are 101 distinct quests. However, a lot of these are probably not going to exist because they're actually in the Naxxramas setup quest line. As we just saw this one, we are going to just mark that one off as a complete, even though we didn't really do it. The only one we actually picked up right now is First and Last, Honor the Dead, Find Shadowmore. That's where we're going right now. Those two are actually done. Okay, so when we go over here, paste those. But what we need is this setup for our Alliance version of Eastern Plaguelands. Cool. Those quests over there for now. And then do a pickup and turn in. Oh, man. And then we'll just add a bunch. Even though we're going to need a bunch more than that. We did pickup, turn in, and now we picked that up. And then let's take a look at this Lights Hope Chapel quest. So you talk to any of these Keeper of the Rolls, and it says, the Scourge have returned in greater numbers than we have seen before. The Argent Dawn is recruiting all willing and capable men and women to defend our lands. If we share a common cause, take this document to the Keeper of the Rolls at Lights Hope Chapel in the Eastern Plaguelands. When you talk to her, he or she says, you've come to join our order, have you? The Argent Dawn placed the call for aid, and you, among others, have answered. There's no time for us to provide you with training. Our faith is placed in your abilities, and that you'll join us in throwing back this Scourge threat. So it's just a breadcrumb. Just a breadcrumb that, oh man, this happened to me too. There's something with this new operating system. I don't know what it is, but it's causing a little bit of freezing. Like crashing. Yeah, like UI loading. And then, like before when it did this, I wasn't able to load. Certain buttons wouldn't work. So we might have to, when we land, do a reload and land. There's just a little... I don't know if it's with LUI, it's my new operating system. I mean, I have like a ton more RAM and power, so it's not that my computer can't process it. Not sure. All right, let's look at the one other. Look, now my... There we go. That was a little bit slow too. Everything was just operating slowly. Okay, so... we look at the spreadsheet here. There is another one that we're going to pick up. It is called Little Pamela / Sister Pamela. We're going to look up this Sister Pamela. I should have switched the order of those two because it's actually Little Pamela is Western Plaguelands. Sister Pamela is Winter Spring. Let's look up Sister Pamela. Can't spell sister. Sister Pamela. So if you do this version instead, you talk to someone named Jessica Redpath, who is chilling in Everlook, She says, I fled Lordaeron during the Great War and was lucky to escape before the scourge swept through my homeland and turned it into a plague nightmare. I was lucky, but my family was not. I fear they were all killed during the Battle of Darrowshire. Darrowshire is a village in the Eastern Kingdoms, nestled in the southern hills of what is now the Eastern Plaguelands. Will you go there and search for my family? I miss them so much, especially my little sister Pamela. Please find her for me. And when you talk to the ghost of this little girl, I believe it's a ghost, she says, Where is my sister Jessica? She left so long ago when I was just a little girl. She cried so much when she went away. I don't know why she cried. Maybe she fell and hit her toe. When Jessica was here, we used to play games and dance and pick pretty flowers around the house, and sometimes we'd hide when we saw Daddy coming home, then jump out and surprise him. Come back, Jessica. If you come back, then maybe Daddy will too, and we can all play together again. Creepy little ghost. But a very, very fun and cool quest line. I really like it a lot. We can go ahead and open up this little side piece here. I like to have... I guess we don't really need to. Yes, we will. Because we're going to be doing this same trio of stuff. For Horde, I'm not like crazy soon. Really, I'm not sure how long. My estimation was that this is going to take us about a week, which is mostly going to spend as Alliance. But if you start to look at some of the quests, here's where my worry comes from. Okay, so Minion Invaders, Scourge Stone, we talked about those. That's already on the Vanity quests. These Scourge Stones, we will do some Scholomance runs, but if we check them off, cool. If we don't, whatever. Argent Dawn Commission, I do not think we can pick up again, so that might just be a check off. We're going to find out. That should all be fine. A lot of this stuff is all cool. We're going to get all this, and that's going to take a long time. That's a few episodes worth of stuff. Same thing with the Horde. Horde will pop in. We'll just do that. All that. Now, the picking up these objects and then doing the repeatable versions is okay because we've been saving them a lot. Bone fragments, we have a ton of them. It's doing it again. Okay. Bone fragments, we already have 55. And I think you need maybe 30. So we could probably almost knock that one out. Savage Fronds. Dark Iron Scraps, we have over 200. We're going to be fine there. Savage Fronds, we only have 22. That might take us a little time. Elemental Cores, we have 62. So we have a lot. Crypt Fiend parts, we don't have any. So that, I don't know where you get those from. That one might take us a little bit. And then the Craftsman's Writ, you get them from making this stuff. We will not see... So Mantles of the Dawn and Chromatic Mantle of the Dawn, we've already established that's going to be vanity. So I'm not that worried about doing that. You get some of that stuff from Scholomance runs. But the Craftsman's Writ, we can't do all of those. I can do a couple that are tied to our jobs, but that will allow us to do some of those. But like, maybe I can make that. Maybe I can make that. Maybe I can make the huge Thorium Battle Axe, the Volcanic Hammer. Seems like a lot, considering a dense weight stone will get you one. Seems like a huge discrepancy. Imperial Plate Chest. So we'll do the ones. I'll go buy the mats and we'll do the ones that we need to do. Or even buying the stuff. Same thing, Lightning Eel, Stone Scale Eel, Plated Armor Fish. Some of these we can do because honestly, we could probably do almost all of them if we just decided to dump a bunch of money into it. I just don't know if it's available to us. Now, once you get to become honored, revered, whatever, I'm going to have to see how long the grind goes. These might get dumped on the Vanity Project too, if that's going to take us too long. Rid of Safe Passage, I'm not sure if you really can do it or not. It requires an escort, and then a lot of this other stuff would be good. These last few might be that Nax buildup, so I'm not actually sure about that either. All right, so let's go ahead and talk to this dude. over here. Hey, Flint Shadowmore.
The first mission will be straight up adventure.
Straight up.
You go in, you come out. Recon. As I said, your first mission is one of reconnaissance. Nothing fancy, adventurer. You must travel to the eastern Plaguelands and look for any clues as to this blight caller. Be on the lookout for information about our missing operatives. We have to assume that they are dead, and if they are dead, they must have a corpse. Somewhere. All SI, 7 agents carry this insignia. Bring any of those that you may find back to me.
Flint swallows hard. Flint shows you his SI-7 insignia. So we are to look for clues to Blight Caller and the missing SI-7.
Have a good one.
Okay, so specifically, we need the 3 insignias from Rutger, Fredo, and Turian, and uncover the Blight Caller. Cool. Now, it looks like they're all pretty close up. So rather than flying, I'm actually going to walk because we also want to go up here to start the Tyrion Ford Ring quest line. And we want to go talk to little Pamela. Alright, so that's another quest done. So this is called the Eastern Plagues. Yeah. Cool. Fun. And let's go pick up little Pamela. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of good stuff. Now, it really hasn't been too long that we've started this. Okay, how do we have that little thing? That little item. Let's put this on now that we're back in the Plaguelands. Okay. And there's also that item that makes you find stuff. Scanning my bag. I guess I could just go talk to that person. Because I don't see it. I might have tossed it and be like, I'll just get another one. Like when we needed some bag space or something like that. So let's go grab another one of those. Oh, that just makes us drop Scourge Stones. Or the pieces to get the Scourge Stones. I mean, I guess we might as well. Right? Might as well build them up while we're out here fighting. If we're going to need all this rep stuff.
Hello,
Do we have
well
Scourge Stones? No.
I am Officer Pureheart, and I am a proud member of a worldwide organization known as the Argent Dawn. Our cause is simple. Fight swiftly and mercilessly against any element of evil that surfaces in Azeroth. We are not a political body, nor do we ever wish to become one. To that end, we call both the Alliance and the Horde both as friends.
Yeah.
Friends in the cause of stamping out evil. For
Okay, so he gave me a Vitreous Focuser. There we go.
Argent Dawn salutes you,
Yo.
The name
So, now those things will drop, and then if I want, I could get a bunch of Vitreous Focusers. I guess we'll just kind of see, like, when we're all done and it's time to start just grinding rep, I'll go turn in, like, all my osseous agitators and whatever other crap I have going on. I mean, and again, I don't know that we'll really take it up to Exalted if that is going to require that. That could be a vanity project. All right, here's Marlene Redpath.
So many of us died at the Battle of Darrowshire. So many died, and worse. When the battle began, I hid my niece Pamela, and I do not know what happened to her. I am but a wandering spirit, but my heart still longs to know Pamela's fate. Please, good adventurer, will you go to Darrowshire and search for her? It is to the east, beyond Garen's Withering.
I think it's weird that we live in this world of Warcraft that it's just normal. Ghosts are normal. Okay, so we did the Little Pamela, which is the Western Plaguelands version. Okay. And like I said, we might do the other version just to pick it up on Horde. This is going to lead to a really cool quest line. All of this, I think, builds us up. The Battle of Darrowshire is a really cool... Alright, so now we go off and away. We're going to go up and over and rock and roll. So, yeah, I'm a little bummed that our life got set back a week because of the computer fiasco, but it is what it is. Oh, I didn't see that dude. What is that? Mithril? Nope. I'm interested in thorium. I need all the thorium I can get. Okay. Yeah, ow. I don't know what's going on with my operating system. Why it's like really lagging about. It's almost crashing the game when I minimize like that. I don't understand. I have to do some research and find out. Anyway, there's a lot of work to do here still in this game, but because after this, what do we have left to do? After we finish this zone, I have it pretty mapped up. Like we're gonna do Scalamance and Strathholm runs after that, enough to get the quests needed and any kind of like attunement or anything like that. Okay, fine. Then the next big chunk is Dire Maul. Before I do Dire Maul, I think we'll then go run and do Winter Spring, followed by. I'm on the fence if we run Dire Maul or Upper Blackrock Spire, because, I mean, technically Maraudon, I already broke the chain. Because my thought was like, well, Upper Blackrock Spire was out before Dire Maul, but you know what? It was out before Maraudon, and we did that. So, after that, we'll do Maraudon. I mean, we'll do Dire Maul after Winter Spring. That'll take a little while. We gotta get up there. And then we'll do Upper Blackrock Spire. So that set's pretty even. And after Dire Maul, but sometime around the Upper Blackrock Spire stuff, we'll try to find groups to help us take out the world bosses of Azure Ghost and Lord Kazakh. We will work on doing our class quest. We will do PvP, Alterac Valley, Warsong Gulch. And we will get ready to do the raid. Okay. Or... Oh, dang it. She feared me. She? I just decided this bat was a she. Yeah, Blackwing... Well, actually, there's other raids, too, if I look at my other list. There's some point in that process, before we do Blackwing Lair, we'll have to do Molten Core and Onyxia. And then we'll actually be getting kind of deep in the process, because we can do... When we hit a Blackwing Lair, by that point in time, not until then, am I going to worry about Darkmoon Fair. And then at that point, we're like an all post-consumer content. The next thing would be Zul Grub, doing Arathi Basin, which is, I think will be our last PvP set. Playing around with Stranglethorn Fishing one weekend. Then the next patch would open us up to doing the Dragons content. And at the same time we're doing the Dragon World Boss, that's when we'll finally do Silithus. Then after completing Silithus, we'll just have the Gates and Ruins of Ahn'Qiraj. And then ultimately be planning for next. Alright, so this is the Horse Mirador. This is Tyrion Fordring. He has 3 quests for us. Part of a cool quest line. What's inside his house? Dude, come on, that's depressing. Got a little... And actually, if you read the book of Blood and Honor, there is like this little silo-looking thing, like kind of goes with the book. It's kind of that's actually a nice little touch.
Race does not dictate honor, person. While
Theme
you
of the book?
remain on my farmstead, I ask that you remember and respect this credo. I have known orcs who have been as honorable as the most noble of knights and humans who have been as vile as the most ruthless of scourge. But I shall not bore you with tales of my youth. There is much work to be done, if that is what you desire.
Demon dogs.
If you are going to remain here, I ask only that you earn your keep. We have many nuisances that could use some discipline. You can start with the Plaguehounds and their runts. I cannot offer much in return, but you are guaranteed a warm meal and some conversation should you succeed.
Okay. Blood-tinged skies.
Woe to those that foolishly wander into the Plaguelands. All manner of foulness inhabit these woods, from the fanatical Scarlet Crusade, who will kill any that do not bear the mark of the crusade, to the murderous Scourge, who only look to bolster their numbers by adding more undead to their ranks. Even the wildlife have been transformed into rapacious man-eating beasts. I ask that you destroy those that would strike from the skies, the plague bats.
Okay.
My food supplies are running low, person. I am ashamed to admit that I might not have enough food to share with you. Could you assist an old man with a simple task? Around here, the only manner of beast unaffected by the ravages of the plague are the carrion worms. While rather bland in taste, the meat of the worms can easily be preserved to last for months. I will need several £100 to restock for the coming winter.
Several £100. Jeez. Alright, so here we go. We are now gonna just... I mean, I guess we can go about our life killing everywhere. Oh, let's put those on the spreadsheet too. But, I mean, we did demon dogs. I'm gonna just copy them this way, even though that's not the exact order we picked them up. Doesn't really matter. Okay. All right, plague bat. So now, any time we see them, but we're gonna go about our business. I'm not gonna just grind here. We'll come back to this guy because we need 30. Like, we need 20 plaguehound runs, 5 plaguehounds, and 5 frenzied. We need 15 slabs of carrion worm meat. Probably not 100% drop rate. And then we just need 30 plague bats any place we see them. So that's annoying. Mofo is annoying. One bat dead. Alright, so we're gonna walk out and just kill everything we see. And this is our... Hi guys, this is our life. Welcome. Yeah, I'll chop you with my cool sword. Love that sword we got from Lower Blackrock Spire. Last boss of that, very cool. I mean, these things are not giving me Argent. We did not get a slab of meat from that guy. Unfreaking acceptable. How could you fight that big fat worm and not get one little bit of meat? Alright. I don't know what we're going to finish first, but I guess we're going to make our way over to the Nathanos thing. I don't know. We might have some problems doing the PvP quest. We won't have any problems with it, but we might have to hop over to a Horde account and take care of business with that. Like, take one over and then switch back. Right now, we are getting 5% damage increase because the Alliance controls all 4, which is good for our questing. Another no meat sitch here. Okay, so at this rate, the bats will finish first. Are they all called carrion grubs? Maybe there's a better chance of meat from a different kind. Maybe the grubs are too small. Slowly but surely. Come on. Come on. Chop some slabs of meat off this thing. I mean, if we're lucky and it's more like a 50% drop rate, then it's maybe will shake out to be more or less the same, depending on RNG. There we go. So we're 1 for 3. I wouldn't say it's guaranteed 50% yet, but. And now I'm just going to carry that sick pile of meat around with me. Going by foot in case I find guys. There's another grub. Hey, buddy. But I mean, I always liked this little quest line even before I read the Book of Blood and Honor and started this journey, you know, a few years back. You sicko. Good thing both our characters can cure diseases, because I would hate to be stuck with that. What do you do about that if you're like a warrior questing? Just not quest. Okay, we're 1 for 4. So not looking good for our aspirations of... Okay, this is a 50% drop rate. Alright, so my goal is to just kind of ignore all the noise and head toward the SI7 insignia. Even if we don't necessarily go back, but I am going to fight every mob I see that can help old Tyrion out. Alright, so I'll definitely be making some good progress on this video. And now, lore videos today, we're kind of in a weird spot because it's, my job is shut down for the week, so I get to have the week off, which is nice for the holidays. And that's great. And so there's free time baked into that, which I love. But then, you know, as always happens with the holidays, you get caught up doing holiday things with family. So today I will have some busyness. I don't know if I'll get to a second video. I might. But I don't know. And then tomorrow the day will go, you know, will speed by before I know it too. I probably could get a little one in, but so even though it's the weekend, it's just going to be a little bit busy. And then, now, Monday, Tuesday should be pretty good in terms of being able to make a main video. And Tuesday I'll get back into making the Final Fantasy. I had to miss that a week, but I did get that up and running. I finally have recovered and restored everything. I don't think I've lost a lot. It was some of it was very challenging. The most challenging thing, once I got the hard drives and solid state drive in action, and got them formatted and recovered my stuff from them, the hardest thing was actually the video edits. So when you work on DaVinci Code, DaVinci is the program I use to do my film editing, and I guess you can't, so whenever you have a project on there, I think they're called projects. So you have whatever you edit, it's called a project, and it saves, because it's not a video. I mean, when you can render your projects into a video, and that's what I upload onto YouTube or whatever. So that's not it, but the framework that you do, like the music, the timing, the fading, the letters moving over. Not that I do anything fancy, but all of that stuff are like timelines that you can save within projects. Is kind of how that program works them, and they do specific file formats. So like if you had like a like JPEG or whatever for a picture, or a .mov for a movement or movie file, or a MP3 or whatever, whatever your different types of files are, it's a unique type of file called a it's called. DVP or something like that. But it's basically specific to the program and it's a project. Well, those, I guess you could maybe save those if you remembered to like manually save your project somewhere. But I don't think it really works that way, and I never did that. I just assumed they were being saved somewhere, but they actually are saved into like the cloud service that you don't gain access to unless you pay for the premium version, which I don't. I just use the free version. Finally got a second meat on that. Yeah, definitely we're not from this version. We do not have 100. I mean, we do not have a 50%. Anyway, so worse than that, they do, or the program does do these auto backups that it would send to the cloud, and they actually kind of save in this weird cloud state. And they're called .dbs. Unfortunately, those .dbs cannot be opened by the program in its raw state. It's a big pain in the butt. So you have to find where in hidden files in your computer these .db backups were kind of kept track of. And then you have to move them over. You know, I had to find them, and they're not intuitively found at all. Move them over, kind of tweak the way that the scripting is made, so that then the program could open those and convert it. It was like I had to have like the 280-page manual for DaVinci open, and combine that with videos and forums and research. Like, it took about 2.5 hours. Again, I probably could have retaught myself how to edit and make some fresh, probably updated edits in the meantime, but it was a principle thing. That was the hardest part. Some of the other things were deceptively easy. Like the save for my Final Fantasy, since it's on emulator. Once I reinstalled the emulator, there was some kind of cloud save action. I guess maybe because it's almost like a web save you're doing when you do a save state with the emulator. I don't know, but that just like basically restored itself. I had to do very little. And then for my other games, Baldur's Gates and Grim Dawn is, you play that one, GOG has a server too, so I just had to restore the game, re-download the game, and then my character was saved, kind of like with World of Warcraft. Baldur's Gate, I did have to go retrieve and recreate a saved folder so I could reuse my save file. Just little things here and there throughout. And then I had a weird little action yesterday where I did not realize I accidentally left my old solid state drive hooked up with a USB to the new computer, and then I shut it off, and when I rebooted it, for whatever reason, the new computer decided to boot up using the hooked up solid state drive, my old computer, and it basically, I was like living in my old computer. It was like using that as a brain, but then it was like schizophrenic. And it was going very slow and like freaking out, and like it didn't know who it was. It's kind of like, I have this other personality under my skin. It was kind of neat. Anyway, so there's the tangent on that as we killed the beasties in the world. We've killed 10 of the Plaguelands. I got another one over there. So I do not want to kill those gargoyles. We don't need them right now. Although I bet you that's where you get those Crypt Fiend parts from. Maybe. I don't know where we're gonna get them from. We need to go. I've kind of got allowed myself to get backed up to the north here, but we need to go to the south. I need to be careful that fear doesn't send me off into a bad spot. What should I eat? I do have I have 8 waters left. Couple squid and a night fin soup. So I really don't have a lot. I could drink water, but I don't have any food. Alright, let's go down. Let's finally stop messing around and just head there. So we've gotten 2 worm food. Killed 11 plague bats, so we're making the most progress in that. And then I've not killed any of the dogs. I haven't even seen them. There's the Maristead. This is, I think, where they said we needed to go to find this stuff. Why not kill so much, guys? No! Why you do this to me, you bozo? Evil bad eye. Come here, you little carrion worm. Still carrying grubs, so I'm still expecting a low drop rate. Okay, we have to walk around the mountain. It looks like there's like a eastern side entrance. Choppy, choppy. Good, we have our 3rd slab of meat. Come here, you plague bat. Dang it. I will run. I'll keep running. I just see the plague bats everywhere. Gotta take a break from them for a minute since I'm so... Well, never mind. I won't take a break. As I see another one right there. Alright, let's go ahead and only use this until we... Oh, look! Our first plague hound. Cool, we finally started finding those guys. I guess I could drink a juice. Whoa, she feared me and then stunned me as I ran. Jerk. Alright, well if... Come here. Come here, you little plague hound. I want you. First to 30 for that, too. This is really a big grind. Think about it. He wants us to go out there and kill 60 mobs plus however many it takes us for the carrion. Which at this rate... It's gonna be... I don't know, 75 more. Tender wolf meat. Oh, someone's fighting right there. There's a carrion grub. Let's fight this guy. No, they're fighting him. Alright, we're gonna go down after this one. Just don't give me a disease. Okay, we got a 4th worm meat. And here's another plague bat. This will be our halfway on the plague bats. You little so-and-so. There's normally pretty good thorium out here. We just haven't seen one. I don't know. I think maybe things will get a little... like... I think things will get like either more... I don't know. I think short term things will get a lot more dead around here with when Burning Crusade comes out. Alright, so where is this found? Oh, right here on his bones. The bones are his money. There you go, we got Turian's insignia. Okay. We head in here. They're elite blight hounds. Here is the blight collar. Oh, you can see him. He's a 62 elite with 77k, and Fredo's thing. Just enough to see him. So you can see he is the freaking champ. And you know right there, he's the champion of the Banshee Queen. So you are finding out, like, oh, Nathanos is like a bad guy now. Oh, he's a bad guy. And there's another remains. And they've been turned to bones. Okay, if we go down here, there's Hamia's Plea. We can go check that quest out too. Why not? Okay, we got all the things we need. I think we have to go back to... Yeah, we got to go back to Western Plaguelands for that. I don't really care that much. Alright, so here's zombie trolls. I don't know where Hamia is. Maybe in the grave. In the ground. Looks like she's over there. But I wonder if it's underground. Go ahead. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but... Try to be conservative on mana. I guess I'm okay. Okay, so maybe Hamia... Is it going to be an escort? No, kill Infiltrator Hamia. Oh, torn scroll. Okay, so we're looking for a torn scroll. I don't see it above ground, so it must be underground here. Okay, I'm helping them out. Alright, so... Ow. Alright, we are fighting our way down, I guess. This would have been tricky. This would have been tricky to do solo if we're going to have to fight 3v1, but maybe they're just getting the quest too. And if we have to kill somebody special, then... Kill me before it's too late. I am Hamia. While traveling to Zulmashar, my brethren and I ate some bad meat and we changed. We're infected. I can feel the Lich's words now urging me to reach Zulmashar and infect more of my people. I cannot resist, and so I wrote this scroll before my will left me. I buried a chest in dirt next to a wagon behind this crypt, but only my key will open it. I have the key if you want my treasure, then find me. Kill me before it's too late. Alright, so we've just picked up Hamia's Plea. Okay. So that was Hamia's Plea. Where? There it is right there. Pick that quest up. This is another neutral one. Okay, so we have to find... Where is Hamia? There's too much... Oh, way over there. Okay, so we are not getting that anytime soon. So we just picked that quest. Ooh. Just picked up that quest. Not a big deal. Just normal. Okay, where to now? As we continue to kill, let's go and do the little Pamela thing. As we make our way over. Kill some more dudes. Once we make it back, I will fly back to Western Plaguelands. Oh, we got a bunch of plague bats. Okay, so we're at 15 of these guys. Starting to get dark hounds worked out. Well, we did one. Dang it. No, that's gonna send me right into another bat. I was worried. I'm like, I know when we get some closely contested stuff. Man, I didn't want to do it like that. Oh well. Now he's gonna fear me again real soon. I know it. Alright. 17 now. Might as well keep this train going. Kill a few more. But so far, nothing too bad. Even if we have to go down and kill that guy that we just were at, I think we could get down there. Might be a little tricky, but we'll be able to fight our way down into that crypt. Alrighty. Yeah, and Hamia wants us to go up here into Zulmashar, where Hamia is just a dude, a level 60 regular mob. So level 60, I guess, will make it a little tricky, but not really the end of the world. A lot of these plague hounds are up there. Cool. Just cruising on these guys. This will be now our 20th one, so we'll be 2/3 done with these stupid bats after this. I'm just kind of sweep them as I make my way this way. To Pamela. What's our record time at today? Just coming up on an hour. Yeah, so 45. So yeah, we still have a solid half hour that I'll be running this episode. Here's still a carrion grub. Okay. I wonder if it would be better. I mean, Sanctity Auras. Holy damage by 10%. My instant, no. 70% of my, so instead of 70% of my damage increase, that is making it 77% basically. And my weapon by itself is 53 DPS, so 7%, 70%, pretty good actually. 7% of 53 DPS is 5.3 times, like basically 5.3 damage minus like almost 8, so it's an extra like 3.5 DPS flat, whereas this, it's not even close. I think I gotta go red. Yeah, let's switch to red. I think that might actually be better. Because if I'm not using all the extra stuff, and and I'm just conserving mana like I am, then I think Ret is better. I think only in a situation where I was going to go all out on attacking should I worry about Holy. Or like if I was in a multi-paladin build or raid or whatever. We gotta wrap around this way. Alright. We've discovered Darrowshire, so we found another place on the map. These bats is cray cray. I think so. I think already it feels a little bit like damage is coming. That's 23 too. See, it says 20, but that guy was taking 23. Why? Don't know. Don't care. Gives the paladin a chance to deal additional holy. Now, the difference would be, like, if I was really using Judgment a lot, then the Holy might start to edge out. And then if you're in a party with a bunch of melee, then the Ret, I think, is better. Protection really is probably the best. Alright, here, we can get another Jude. Another little, finally get our second Plagueland run. And then we can go for, oh, I have 5 slabs of more meat, so we can go for another one of those. Had to go on that. Slowly but surely, that's our life right now, just kind of making our way through the Eastern Plaguelands, grinding out for the sake of Tyrion Ford Ring. And can't really complain. I mean, this is just World of Warcraft at its core right here. Can't really complain about it. Now, I do like in retail, the killing is just so much faster. You can really cruise through these guys. This is a little bit slow and grindy for my taste. It's not terrible, but it's definitely vintage, shows its age. Like, what was that? Larval acid? I do not know what that's for. But we got one, and we got a slab of carrion meat too. Alright, so now we're making our way into the little town of Darrowshire, which will have a pretty cool finale quest ultimately. And that's with the Pamela. They really want you to go here to do this quest. And it's a pretty memorable little quest line. So there's some little... Look, the Scourge has taken this place over. This place is messed up. They have, like, straight up... This isn't like most of the other towns, like, bad stuff has occurred here. Alright, so over there you can see little Pamela Redpath. She'll give us a quest called Pamela's Doll. Pick up right now. Hello, I'm Pamela. What's your name? My Auntie Marlene told me to stay here in our house because my father had to go and fight. My father's the bravest man in the whole world. But I've been here for a long time. He hasn't come for me. Sometimes bad people come and whisper to me and I want my dad to make them go away. But he's not here. Sometimes when it gets dark I want to play with my doll, but I can't because I left it in town. Will you find my doll for me? You psycho. You freaky little girl. Alright, so Pamela, you done. Zeldar the Outcast. I think we have to pick that one up at Lights of Hope Chapel. Alright, it could be anywhere. There's a lot of different spots. Oh, we need pieces of it. I see. It's got a bunch of different pieces. We go through this town here. Okay. Oh, a chest. Don't mind if I do. Hello, chest. Nice to meet you. Bunch of crap. Thanks for the crap chest. Oh? I found Pamela's... Oh. You jerk. Goes to the past. Leave this place. We hate you here. Okay, can't loot that ghost, but we can find the right side of the doll.
Inventory is full.
Oh, really? She took my doll? What a jerk. Oh, thanks for the buff. You took my doll. Idiot. I don't see another ghost here. Oh, there's a head. I'll let that person have the head. I'm not going to go do what they did to me. Just take the side of my doll when I was clearly fighting for it. I don't... There's the right... Yeah, dang it. I see a right side and a left side. I don't know how many pieces we need. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this junk. Get rid of the bolete. Don't need fade leaf. Get rid of this. I do not need silk cloth. Okay, you stop getting these. Okay, now you're just rude. I'm not gonna go take it from you. That was freaking rude, man. You see me in there going for the pieces and you're just gonna go get it again? Jerk. I have the right side. Okay. Back in the house we go. In circles, just like they're doing. Well, that stinks. Alright, I guess let's back out of the town for a minute since these people came and snatched up my stuff. I don't know how long it takes them to respawn. Alright, I guess I'm going in here and just gonna wait for a respawn. I don't know, because I don't know how fast it's gonna be. I guess we could look it up. But one spawns there. I think mathematically, this one, whatever one was right there, would be one of the first to respawn. No, they're just gonna wait there. Can you just guys wait in a different spot? Why you gotta wait right in my spot? Jerks. Like, actually, I don't think I even want to wait. Let's go. Let's go kill a couple more things and come back. I don't want to fight with these people over... I don't know how many parts they even stinking need. Like, come on. I mean, come on. We'll be back. Snatch my body part right up from me. Jerks. That's more mithril. This part of the Eastern Plaguelands is not where it's at with the things that we're looting. What does that disease do? Melee attack and ranged attack power reduced. So it's not that bad, I guess, if you're a spellcaster. Okay, we got some lame ichor. Keep on looking around the hills here. Get some more kills in the hills. Only need, after this we will only need 5 plague bats. What else can we really, I mean, I guess I can kind of do a loop around there, like loop to the tower and see what that is and back. What else can we really do? And then hope those people are gone and that old Pammy's doll is respawning a little bit. Ugh. I've got the vapors. I mean, it's nice we got some, maybe I should. Now that we have all this spirit and Mark of the Wild and all this stuff and our rejuvenation, it's actually okay. I can maybe afford to go all in. Just switch back over to this. Sure, why not? Four more bats. Ah, I'm too tall. No. Okay, I see some carrion grubs, and then almost see all the bats we'll need right now. Come on, mate. Come on. Alrighty. You little bozos. Okay, fine. It'll be you. I was gonna go after the rat, but... The bat. Same thing. A bat is just a rat with wings, right? Oh, I do have a lot, not a lot, but I do have a moderate amount of work from home to do, even though it's over the break. I've got a big, work project, so that's lame. But I should be able to balance it out. I'm not going to do all of the cooking at home this year, so that's good. Normally, that makes Thanksgiving a wash, like that whole day, I'll just be used up. Don't want that gargoyle to come get me. Heal off. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like in the time it took me to cast, it was already re-fearing me. Okay. We only need one more bat, and then I can stop fighting these little fear-mongering turd knockers. Patent pending. I mean, it's a pretty good description. Yield fear-mongering turd knocker. There's a little hound runt. Go get him too. Add him to the list, and then we'll go check and see if Pamela's goods or the stupid doll is ready again. A lot of grind on this episode. A lot of grind. A bat ear. Great. Just one more thing from the bat loot table to clog up my inventory. Alright, come here, you little runt. I see a carrion worm over there too, but I feel like we start messing around with that, we're gonna get ourselves pretty far. I was like sliding on the ground. A thick furry mane. Okay. Get a little heal off. Alright, so bats are done. We still need 27 runts, and we still need 9 meat. So best case scenario, we're looking at somewhere around 20 grub worms. Pamela's doll. All we have is the right side, right? Alright, can you give me some more pieces, you idiots? Okay, so that's a ghost of the past. There's the left side. I already know I'm going to need to get rid of at least one thing. Let's get rid of this gelatinous. I really should get rid of the bat ear because I'm not going to be killing bats anytime soon. Oh, and this gelatinous goo is a full stack. Okay, that's the left side. So right, left, and head is my guess. So we gotta find a head. There we go. Dang it. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? When my kids were very little playing Pee-wee soccer, there was a boy on one of the teams that they put in goal, and I don't know, he's probably 6 or 7 years old, like very little. And he got scored on when he was in goal. Alright, we have the doll. And he just, when they shot and made the goal, the kid just like collapsed into the goal and started crying, and he was like pointing at the player that scored, and he was like, "Why would you do that? Did you find my doll? You found it. You found my doll. Oh, thank you." Okay, cool. Hooray, my doll. She'll give us 2 quests, Auntie Marlene and Uncle Carlin. So Pamela's doll is done. Cool. And we're going to get Auntie Marlene and Uncle Carlin. Now, like, let's just do this one for a second, because then there's a quest called Brother Carlin. Oh, I'm so lonely. Where is my family? Auntie Marlene told me to stay here, but then she left and never came back. My dad? Have you seen him? Maybe Auntie Marlene knows where he is. She lives near Underhole in a house to the south. I think it was on a hill. She said it was on a hill. Please, Geek and Tussie, you're my new friend. Will you talk to my auntie for me? And then Uncle Carlin. Sometimes when it's night time, I can hear my Uncle Carlin crying. Sounds like he's far away to the east. Hope he's not crying for me. Geek and Tussie, will you find my uncle and tell him I'm all right? If you find him, say I'm waiting for him and I want to hear the story he used to tell. The one about the rabbits and the berry jam. That story is so funny. Creepy little girl. Okay, so Uncle Carlin. There's another quest called Brother Carlin, and I don't know, like, if they're mutually exclusive, how that works. Draw me, please. Why? So annoying. Look what it does. Alright, so Auntie Marlene to the east. Uncle Carlin is over there. Where's Auntie Marlene? South near Anderhall? There she is, back over that way. Okay, so we need to fly back over for that one. That's fine. So meanwhile, now back, we're going to slowly continue killing until we make our way over to Lights Hook Chapel. We'll fly back that way. So those, she's splitting us 2 ways. 1, sending us over to where the Argent Dawn is. 2, she's sending us back to go talk to the mom, the one that sent us out there in the first place to find her. But I'd like to get some more of Tyrion Fordring stuff done if I could, before I go too much deeper into the killing of the area. Did not gain what I wanted. So we need Plague Hounds, for sure. We need more Carrion. And we're not going to finish all this in one go today. But... And I really can't even give a good estimate. We still have so much to do. It's such a grind doing the Tyrion Fordring stuff, but we are making little bits of progress here and there. And it will be good to go over there to pick up some quests, so we don't even need to finish all of this. I just feel like this one is a... It's not a big deal because we can avoid killing these guys for the most part as we go. It's not like... We're not really going out of our way to kill them. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to go later on and be like, oh, I could have done those two at the same time. Unless there's a specific one that wants us to kill more runts or bats or whatever, and I don't think there is. I did rush my research a little bit. What the heck? Just fill my entire loot table. Fill my entire loot thing up. I don't think there is.
It's too far away.
I really think this is just a matter of killing all these mobs, like giving a reason for the characters to kill all these things. Alright, so... Yep. There's an, I think I saw a little plague hound in the trees there. Yep, okay, we're at 7 worm meat. Yeah. Plague runt. Let's see if let's see another one. This is a good area. We've been kind of slacking on the runts. These guys are just less annoying to fight. So far, like, well, they're just the runts, but I mean, the worms are not bad. They're just kind of hardy, and they disease you. And then the bats are annoying because of the fear, but, you know, what are the dogs really doing to annoy us? Other than giving these stupid loot. I guess I'm going to drop all these sleek bat pelts, although... It was kind of wasteful, considering that's probably the highest selling thing on their loot table, if I was gonna guess. Minus, like, if a freaking epic legendary sword dropped or something insane. That's the downside about this, what we're doing. Like, since we're not a leather worker or anything, there's... This is not, a profitable quest line right here. Maybe we'll get a few gold from Tyrion himself when we're getting close to the end, but this is... These mobs are doing nothing for our pocketbooks. I mean, we got this laminated scale circlet, which is probably going to sell for like 30 silver or something. And that was from a chest. Okay, we have 8 worm meat. Good. I think worm meat is probably going to be the second thing that we finish for old Tyrion. Before I go flying back over, I kind of want to finish all 3. Even though the third one does send us up here. I'm just kind of... So we really... The runts are only around here, so we do actually kind of need to get the runts taken care of. Before we move out of the world, and there's not a lot to kill. And after this, we'll have 13 more. So we just have to intentionally go look for them. I'm gonna follow this path and then make a loop back around. Honestly, actually, we could follow this path and then make a loop up. And we could finish when we're doing him. We could finish with Plague Hounds. Alright, so that's fine. Don't see anything up there. Don't need these dumb bats. And I don't mind the kind of like weird, dead look to this zone. It doesn't bother me aesthetically. I like questing in this. I mean, it's just kind of cool. It's like ground zero. It's where the Arthas became the Lich King, really. It's where, you know, it's yet another... The Burning Legion is behind all of this. If you think about it, like, the Burning Legion are the big villains. The Burning Legion are the Burning Legion are what set up the conflict between orcs and humans. So they set up Warcraft 1 to fight each other. In Warcraft 2, they set Gul'dan on his path. They're still majorly, you know, the cause of the conflict. In Warcraft 3, they are continuing that whole thing. It's all still Burning Legion. They've just now created Arthas out of it in this Plague of the Scourge, but that's Burning Legion. So then you enter here, and you have some... Like, yes, orcs and humans are fighting each other, but, like, what are the endgame raids? Well, there's all the Black Rock Mountain stuff, which is the Elementals.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. What's this Ring of the Wolf do? It is a 17-point ring. Spirit and Agility. So for me, it's like 11-point ring. No. So I might have said, ooh, please strike that from the record. Turns out that ring was crap. But yeah, you look at like the end game stuff. So you have the Scourge related stuff with Eastern Plaguelands in the beginning. And I mean, look at the maps here. Silithus is later. That's not original endgame. So you have Winter Spring, which Winter Spring is kind of like a hub. It's not. You do start to have some old god related stuff. Cool, we're at 10 meat. So that's a different story in and of itself. That is something new they start to kind of dip their toes into as writers. The old gods are not really a thing before. Let's see a couple more runs. We're gonna grab them after I kill this. But that's something that World of Warcraft really starts messing with. They're not really a thing though before World of Warcraft. But other than that, I mean, you have...
Inventory is full.
Oh, I need more than one stack for that? Slimy Ichor. Yeah, so then you have the Stratholme, which I guess you could argue Stratholme Skullamads, this whole thing, which is pretty endgame. You have so that's ultimately Burning Legion. Then you also have the other side, which is Black Rock Mountain, which is really leading up to the raids. It's got Black Dragons. It's got the Iron Horde or the Real Horde. It's got True Horde, whatever. It's got the Dark Iron Dwarves. They're all ultimately... Those are all ultimately under the influence of Ragnaros, so that's actually a Dark Iron thing. And the an old god thing, because the Dark Irons are corrupted by that. Maybe their leader was corrupted by old gods. Iron Horde are controlled by the Black Dragons. The Black Dragons are the arm of Deathwing. Deathwing is 100% old god, corrupted. So you do have a lot of old god corruption that we're starting to learn about, that's really the true end game. So the Burning Legion, other than the fact that it's the result of its actions are the conflict between the Horde and so much of the demon stuff you see, but they're really kind of taking a backseat as the game starts to develop this old god idea. And then Burning Crusade comes out, and obviously that expansion is about that. And Wrath of Lich King, that expansion's about that too. It's about that other arm of the Burning Legion, which is the Scourge. That has kind of taken on its own thing. Like Arthas kind of separates himself from the Burning Legion and has become his own messed up evil.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. Alright, so we are at 13. And then Cataclysm comes. Cataclysm is Deathwing striking back, and so that's an old god related stuff. Miss Pandaria, you're fighting the Shah and all of that, so that's its kind of its own thing. Depending on whatever the Shah things are. I think you could probably make an argument, a pretty strong one, that it's old god related. Then you have Warlords of Draenor, alternate universe. I don't freaking know enough. Well, I'll try to pay better attention. Really, I think I started doing Lore Master, and I was really trying when I did all those achievements. But at some point, I was kind of just sort of, you know, skimming. Because I knew in the back of my mind I was going to do this project at some point. And even if it took a couple more years for me to bring it to fruition, and it has now been another 4 years, 3 years, I don't remember how long we've been doing this show, 3-4 years. And we're only just now getting to this stage of the game. But, you know, it took us a long time to play the old games. There was a ton of old books and old lore. I went through periods of time where I was not as religiously making videos every day. I would, you know, there was a year period where I was only making 3 episodes a week. So now that I can see and taste the finish line, even though it's still pretty far off, it's given me the motivation to pump these episodes up again. Again, I'm a little bummed out that we lost a week, but hey, look at us right here now, Eastern Plaguelands. And regardless of all the side stuff, you know, we've explored the majority of the world. There may be some little dungeons we'll have to run over and over again. But we have Winter, Spring, and Silithus to really dive deep in, and then just some of these more endgame dungeons. Alrighty. We have 11 of the Plague Hounds done, so we're past 1/3 on that. Oh, I think we might be just about at time. Yeah. Okay, so this is the end of our loop. What I'll do is I'll come over here, we'll work our way this way, and then I'll expose that on the map. And I'll find a little mountainy side spot. And we'll just stop there. So we need 2 more slabs of worm meat. Really now the runts that have weird. Okay, we need 1 more slab of worm meat. And we need 9 more little runts, plus 5 regular plague hounds and 5 frenzied plague hounds. Not too shabby. Yeah, all in all, in the days. Oh, I didn't even see you, buddy. Come here, buddy. There's another worm, too. We can grab that. Is that thorium? Yes, we can go grab some thorium before we do that. Take all the thorium. Actually, I don't think people fight you for the small thorium veins as much because they don't have the ability to drop some of the gems that are really important. But we still need it because we're working on our blacksmithing. Oh, I think I'm gonna need to drop something. What could I drop? I'm gonna drop this stupid healing potion pack right there. Okay, that was not the final worm that we needed. It's like oh, this is a little Scarlet Elite outpost we found here. Oh, we just got 1 thorium ore out of it all. And that's just going to take a bag space up now. Okay. It's called Lake Meridar. We've been here before. That's the Scarlet Base Camp. I think there's a couple spawn spots for grubs and runs this way. Yeah, so that's some Scarlet people. There's a big fat grub over there. I see another doggy. And that's getting near the end of the line for us here. Like I said, we're going to go out there. Maybe we'll get lucky and this will wrap our grubs up. And then we will just have the hounds before Tyrion will be... Because he gives us a whole quest chain. So we need to kind of... That's kind of why I want to get going on that one. Dag. I was hoping we'd get lucky. Alright, and this will be our 13th. So we're almost halfway done with the plague hounds. We're really close to finishing the grubs, so we're just really getting good. We're getting good progress. I don't know if we'll eventually have to go here. This is like the Scarlet Base. I don't know if we're ever going to have to mess around or if they save that to Burning Crusade. I know that there is some questing here eventually. Look at this, these elite dudes. I just want to get it to pop on my map. There we go. Here's hand. Up. Get off me. Get off me. Don't do it. Alright, so we did look at Tyr's hand. Pretty cool place. Then I'm going to chill out in the hills. I kind of wanted to get my grubs done. Maybe I'll be greedy here. Oh, my home latency is really bad. Why? What is this thing? That's a regular plague hound.
Inventory is full.
Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? What the? I'm gonna die. Oh, man. Well, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I did not know if I looted Blood of Heroes, which I couldn't even loot, that some freaking horde would show up and murder me. That's what you get. That's what you get for being curious. So don't loot the Blood of Heroes if you're playing hardcore mode. Imagine just doing that. Imagine you're just playing hardcore mode. I guess you'd have to be so safe about everything. Meanwhile, my inventory was full, so I didn't even get the Blood of Heroes. Probably we could do it for a quest or something. Ow. Alright, I don't care about that. I don't even want to be around anymore. Let's get this carrion grub. I at least want that. I want my last. Oh, he resisted. He resisted arrest. Yeah, back to that. Looking for tank and heals for Strat Live. That'll be us soon. No! No! Okay, I don't want to go... We still need runs, so I actually don't want to go up there yet. I do want some worms. Alright, let's get up on the... Let's get up on the, horsey. Start looking around for more worms. The dead elemental. This is where we came for. I think this was like the. What's that quest line? The Baron, whatever, the water elemental dude. I think this is. We had to come here for his quest line. All right. Come on, Grub. Give us that last slab of carrion meat. Nailed it. Alright, so now that can go. And that's, I think, a good stopping point. So when we start next time, we're going to finish off the Plaguehounds. On the way, once we do that, not going to be messing with... Who's this? Oh, that's a dungeon quest, Medallion of Faith. I guess we could go up and get Hamiya's key on the way while we're killing these Plaguehounds. And I'm not going to go over there and mess with those yet. But we'll come back here and get this, get a bunch of quests and explore that, and then fly over back to Western Plaguelands and then continue those chains. That's the plan in the short term for these guys. I think we can get all that done tomorrow, and then maybe even continuing on moving some other quests. Thank you everybody so much for watching and listening and tuning in. It has been great getting back into it with you. And I will see you on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft, because this one's in the pipe. 5x5.